Well, this is Zach again, and just I'm in the embryonic stage of my YouTube channel right now, and I've been trying to do different things. My first video was a little choppy and not done well, but that's because I used YouTube's video creator, and it's not very good. So I'm gonna try to upload something from a different software and try to do that. And also I am planning on doing like some written stuff too, but I want to get the video stuff out of the way so that way people have some audio, has some visual and audio content to listen to, as I'm trying to develop a little more ambiance, I guess you would call it. It's kind of generic because I want to try to do some audio files as well, uh, just because. And this channel I'll probably try to dedicate to political commentary, and if I do anything else like book reviews or stuff, I might go under an alias. So and I might not do videos for that, I might just do audio files, but we'll have to see. And the audio files would obviously be on a blog, it wouldn't be on YouTube obviously, or either if I do audio files on YouTube, it'd be kind of boring, but either that I could put text on a video and make it a video, kind of like a PowerPoint presentation or a video file. I am still in the early stages, just brainstorming a few things. And anyway, I don't so like and if I have any silly videos I want to do, I'll probably just post them to Facebook. I won't post them to YouTube. Now I realize like you can put a friend setting on Facebook, but anybody with a computer screen would be able to watch it. So even though you say friends only, doesn't mean somebody on the other side of that, on the other side, won't look over somebody's shoulder and watch the video. So you have to be aware of that too. And there's just multiple things. So, and you do have to be careful what you say, otherwise people will use that as ammunition against you. And then you also have to be aware of copyright and all that. If it's your own, so anyway, obviously I own the rights to all the videos I do because they're mine. And but the software I'm using right now is home use only. It's non-commercialized, so these are just homespun videos. And anyway, I'm not being endorsed by any political group or interest group or anything like that. So yeah, although I might follow those interest groups or political groups myself, it doesn't mean though in turn they're endorsing me with any money or anything. So but obviously all those rules will change for me if I start doing that, and I'll let you know when I do start doing that. But that might not be for a pretty long time. So anyway, basically I'm not sure what to call this project yet, because my niche is politics, and I think I'm going to try to develop it on that. But I think that I don't want to name this project Embryo or anything like that. That would be kind of silly. And I don't know if I want to name it an acronym either, because a lot of people have used that, and it's kind of tacky to use acronyms. Well, I feel it's tacky to use acronyms. So I haven't really come up with a good word for the project yet, and I'm not sure. I plan on doing this for long term, and I'm hoping to do videos, short videos daily. Even if the subject's not that interesting to me, I'll still try to do that just to remain consistent on this little project I'm gonna try to explore and see where this can go. And the main reason why I'm doing this project is because the job market is not there. People have to do multiple things to market themselves, and this is one of this little project could be one of the ways where I could, flaunt my resume per se, or my curriculum vitae or something like that. Well, in foreign countries, it's called your vitae. It's not called your resume. Resume is over on this side of the ocean, and then on the other side of the ocean, it's called your curriculum vitae or something like that, or maybe it's just vitae. I don't know, but Anyway, the other thing is, once I do get the blog up, I'm hoping it's gonna be a mix of things, like a lot of it, but a lot more video heavy because people can't read, or they can't read that well, I should say, or critically think that well. And I know like video tends to lure a lot more people, even people that do read, because you're attracted to a face, even if it's a horribly ugly face. So anyway, the first video I put up is just some political thoughts. I think it will start out as political opinion, but I'm hoping I'll be able to do more like start maybe recommending websites or something like that, or things like that. I don't know. I don't know that if I don't know all the rules about how to recommend stuff or whatever. I think I could just recommend stuff to their link, because you're already giving credit to them and all that. It's kind of like doing a paper, I guess. Kind of like doing a paper, but a little more official or something. But I don't know, like you have to get backers and things like that. So I'm not exactly sure about some things yet. So just if you want to follow me, you should be able to subscribe to me. And I don't think I'm allowing comments quite yet, because I am such an early stage, and well, I should allow some comments in the future. But well, on my YouTube, on my Facebook, if you're Facebook friends with me, obviously you'll comment, and that's appreciated. And I'm hoping that some of my family will comment, because they should be, my family should be the harshest of the critics, because they're family, and they kind of know you, and they kind of have your best interests at heart. Maybe, well, especially maybe if you have siblings, maybe they'll be, maybe your best critic. But or either that, maybe they'll just be overly harsh and just try to depress you. But anyway, yeah, this project is I'm still, obviously I am in the embryo stage. I don't even have a name for it yet, and I'm hoping maybe it could blow up into something big, but obviously it won't, as long as I'm kind of in this minor production stage with the headsets and stuff, and no fancy microphone and no fancy camera and no real fancy stuff yet. So anyway, and I also don't have the clear vision yet of what I want to do. I just have this political commentary of anyway, so do I want to break into show business? Well, that's probably what will end up happening, because in order to influence the greatest amount of people, you pretty much have to put yourself on the spot and just talk about stuff you feel is important, and you have to basically persuade people to your opinion. You don't try to fight common ground with them, you just try to persuade them to your side of it. Now, and they'll also try to persuade you to their side of the story. Now, is this going to be a journalistic endeavor? No, I can't handle journalism. I have to go with what I wouldn't be very objective. I'm not a very objective person, and I tend to I tend to be a little one-sided on things. So it's not so this channel is not gonna be like it's not gonna be that balanced, but it will lean right. And but I would try to be as best as possible not to make ugly comments about someone, but about them personally. I'll just try to destroy their position, not the person themselves. So anyway, if we could get that out of the way, that would be, just to get that out of the way, because it's never right to, go and attack the person. You have to attack their position. You always have to make that clear. And that's just part of the ethics of you know, political commenting, and some people aren't so good about it. So I'm going to try to be good about that, not attack the person himself, but rather his position, go after his position that's legitimate. And so that's what I'll try to do, but I'll try to be more about my own position. But there will be occasions where I will have to attack the person's position, but I should never attack the person. I will make that clear right now. I will do my best, and if I do end up attacking a person, obviously I'll be held accountable for that by my viewers, and then they'll be like, you need to apologize to this person. I realize that will happen, but I'm going to make every conscious effort to not attack the person. The other thing is, but that doesn't mean I'll try to be objective either. So anyway, so that's kind of the point of my project, is really just to try to persuade people to a more conservative idea of of politics today. Now, will I get more specific on that? Yes, but I haven't found that niche yet. So I think as I'm doing this, I will find that niche, and then this channel could be focused a lot more on that one particular topic. And if I find two or three more that I'm interested in, then I'll have to make up separate venues for that. I might have to make up separate venues for that. And yeah, so there's really not there's really not a specific plan yet, but I think this project will benefit some people. Will benefit people. I think that it is needed, for more people to get involved in politics and things like that, and that's why I'm doing this video, so that way people can hear my voice, and just people I don't know, and they'll just say like, oh well, okay, that's nice, and that is influence, even though it's like minimal, and you might they might put it away, but then then they might come back to, then they might bring it back up in their subconscious later and use it in a conversation. That's how people work sometimes. So does this project have a purpose? Yes. Does it have a clear goal? Not yet. But the vague goal, the overarching thing, is try to get involved in politics at this level, and then you'll be able to come up with something a lot better in the bigger level. So so there is a purpose for this. Now, is there like an ultimate purpose to going into politics? Well, number one, you probably want to influence society, so that way your constituency is not hindered in promoting their goal. In my case, I'm a Christian, so why a Christian should get involved in politics is so that way the gospel isn't hindered, or is not hindered as much as it should normally be. Like for instance, if you got legislation that says that you're forced to have contraceptives in your business, well, Christian organizations generally don't accept that as a viable thing to have in their insurance plans or dealings, so they would like to opt out of it. They don't want to be forced to provide that. The next thing is, I don't think even a secular business, if they don't want to have their insurance opt into that, that should be their decision. And now most secular employers will let their insurance type deal, will let them provide money for contraceptive stuff and things like that. But even at a secular level, that should be optional what they provide. As far as those controversial things, now things like regular medicine, like cold medicine and surgery, things like that, that should that should be provided for, but things that are superfluous, like Botox, should be optional, and then things as controversial as contraception and birth control should be optional as well. So in that in that decision, for the birth control, that should be up to the individual, not uh, not the government. So, and do I think the government should provide funds for birth control? Absolutely not. That should be private organizations and well, yeah, private organizations should be private sector issue. And then, do I think government should provide funding for healthcare at all? No, in the exception of military, but even then, no, not directly. Like military funding is different than private sector. So if like, and basically the money will be overall, an overall issue, not like a specific military healthcare issue or whatever. It's just not necessary for government to do that. Now, should government have Social Security? Not the way it is now, and it should be for very elderly people, and it should only be for elderly people that need it, not like the even middle class people. Middle class people have to can provide their own retirement and all that. It should be elderly, very elderly, poor people with a lot of conditions and stuff. And that's what it was originally meant for, and now it's expanded, and it shouldn't have expanded beyond those conditions. So I would have left it at that level, and then and even at federal level, I don't like it still, even at that. But personally, I think it should have been state and lower level. So anyway, I don't think I will post this video on YouTube, or at least publicly on YouTube. I mean, if public people see it, oh well. But there's just some thoughts that I had on just a couple of issues, kind of get a feel for what this project will entail, and I hope you guys have a good day. Wait a minute, did I want to mention anything else? Nope. Okay, well, good day, guys.